Go. Okay, the first use case. Let me see here. We have Andrea was in Outlook. Wait, I'll put you there. Andrea was Outlook. Okay, good. Most people are in Outlook, so I'll start there. Gmail is going to be the same exact thing though. So, okay, inside of Gmail, Outlook. I'll show Gmail too. Let me just pull them both up. There is this first introduction of what Dubb is all about, the concept of the technology. Now, Emmett, this won't be brand new for you. I know you've been using a video tool already, but the way that it's going to work is there's a little shortcut available inside of Outlook, inside of Gmail, where you can click a button. Let me show it just like this. It's available inside of both systems. Outlooks takes a while to load for sometimes. It's a weird Outlook thing. Anyway, when you're ready to add a video, this is the concept. Instead of coming in and typing an email, guys, there's a lot of text-based emails going out right now through AI and automation, even more so than ever before. And so this is where video is making a tremendous difference, is this idea of being able to either instantly insert a pre-recorded communication. That's what I just did there. So any videos you guys already have in a library, like explainers or introductions or next steps, procedures, stuff like that. Thank you videos, in fact, are often recycled for our nonprofits, where it's like a video from the founder or some leaders, or even videos from the people benefiting from the nonprofit thanking themselves. And so oftentimes those will be recycled, and we'll just be able to insert them directly, and it'll say, hey, thank you so much. So this is sort of the very first idea, which is adding video into an email. Now, I'm going to show you guys an option here for actually recording the videos from here, because that's just as easy. So I'm going to click a button, and now I can record a video. This first type of video I'm going to show is just a webcam only. We call this one a face to the name. This is relevant for every single one of our new folks, whether you're in healthcare, right, reaching out to individuals, or you're in mortgage, reaching out to individuals, definitely, and even our nonprofits, and for prospecting for speaker as well. What I'm going to show is one extra step here. A key to adding video for business development, for getting attention, for separating and elevating your messages above the text, is personalization. Because I can do a video like this and it's just going to be me, but there's an extra function here I'm going to show you. This is part of the Dubb mobile app, and it has a little whiteboard, and then here I'm going to put the person's name. So this is either the prospect, this is the donor that made a donation, this is the client that wants to know more about their mortgage process or filled out a little form. So I'm going to follow up with something like this. I'm going to turn John's name in the whiteboard so he can see it. I'm going to say, hey, John, just wanted to put a quick face to the name. Thank you so much for your donation. We wanted to include a video from the people who are benefiting from this right after this. We wanted to thank you again. And if you're looking to get involved further, there's ways right below this where you can volunteer and look at other donation opportunities. So we really want to thank you for your time and your donation. And this is going to go a long way to helping people. So thanks again. So that was the sort of generic donation example. If it's for mortgage, you do the same thing, right? Except you'd say, hey, John, I got your information. It looks like you're looking for a loan in our neighborhood, and we are perfectly set up to do this. I wanted to share a brief video, comes right after this, and it's going to tell you exactly why people are choosing to carry their mortgages with us, where we have some really cool strategies and stuff to help you guys get the best rates available. So I'd love to talk to you about those. My information is below, so you can book a time. You can also read some testimonials from other clients. Looking forward to working with you soon. So something like that, right? Very generic, that the examples that I just gave here. But the idea is I can record from right inside of my email. Now I'm going to upload this video. We're going to come back to that example later. But essentially what it's doing is it's taking the first 3 seconds of my video to generate a preview. This is called a GIF. It's a moving image. The reason why this is what's going in the email is because first, you can't put a full video inside of an email. Videos cannot play with inside the body. So the next best thing is to have the preview with the play button. And that's actually why I started with the Hey John here. The reason I started with Hey John is so when John opens his email, his text message, his whatever I'm sending this through, that's what they see. And that's what sort of immediately gets their attention and differentiates your message from everything else that's in their inbox. So this is one method, which again, I just call it the face of the name, but with adding some hyper personalization. So it creates a tremendous difference in terms of click-throughs and responses. So that is the first type of video, just a simple webcam video, but with some extra strategy behind it for hyper personalization. Now, another type of video here I'm going to show This is a visual. So let's see here. Mortgage. I'm gonna do a couple different examples for you guys. Rates today. We'll start with sort of our mortgage people. I'm just going to click on a random link here, so forgive me for that. Hopefully, it's got something useful about rates today. No, okay, it just has a give me a quote thing. I thought Google usually had some like published rate things here. I don't want that's what I want. I just wanted something that, okay, here's perfect. So the second type of video, guys, is a visual. This is where you want to talk about something, explain something, build trust, show a process. So here, I'm going to now click a button, and actually, let me use this other one. I'm going to click a button to record my screen, but it's going to include myself, my little bubble. So now here I am, the person. I can be a square, a circle, a vertical. I can change the size and the shape and location of this. So this is anytime I want to talk about something like, let's say for the nonprofits, this is an event. Or if this is on the speaker behalf, you're going to showcase something of the speaker, events they've had, their page, something about them where you're like, hey, I want to introduce the speaker to you and let you know they're perfect for your fit. Or I want to take you through this event that's coming up for our nonprofit and how you can get involved. Or for mortgage, it's obvious here. I'm like, this guy, these are what rates look today, but I want to show you some tricks about how to even beat this rate we're looking at. The idea here is I can press record. I can include myself in this video. I can also include some advanced annotations. So I can say, click here, look at this, type over here, or step 1, step 2, step 3. So I can make this very visual, very easy to do. So I'm not giving it to video editors or complex steps after to make really interesting types of videos like this. Another really cool thing is there is a full functioning teleprompter. So if you guys don't want to memorize what you need to say, you don't have to. You can select from a teleprompter script and have that automatically scroll at whatever speed and stuff that you designated so that you can not have to memorize, or you can even write scripts for team members and they don't have to memorize stuff. So this is the second type of video. I know I'm showing sort of the mortgage example here, but the concept is anything. So other examples of this include proposals, contract walkthroughs. Like if you have a proposal or a contract or a quote, take them through that, right? Walk them through that, show them the value as though you were in person. You wouldn't just hand a contract to somebody and say, go sign that. You would tell them, hey, so this is the contract. This is what we've put together. Here's why we think this is the best offer for you, things like that. So that's the same thing you would do when doing business digitally, right? We often forget those things, like what you would do in person for great customer service, for rapport. Some of those things fall by the wayside when we're, doing things digitally. And video gives us the opportunity to bring that back, to bring the humanity and the personality and stuff back to even small transactional items like a contract walkthrough. So this second concept is the visual, the screen recorder, where you can record anything you need to. And one last use case, I know our gentleman was about the YouTube channel. So this is actually perfect for something like YouTube as well. So I can record a little bit here and say, hey guys, here's the first part of my video where I'm talking about rates. And in the second clip, I'm going to talk about how you can do some things to potentially lower your rates. So pause, check mark. Now I have the first clip. Then I can go back and I can add another clip, or I can edit these. There's some cool stuff like an ability to do smart cutting where you can trim out the silences and stuff automatically. So if you are doing longer videos, there's some really cool editing features built in for that as well. Multiple clips, built-in trimming, smart trimming. So a quick pause here, guys. Questions on the first two concepts that I just showed. The standard sort of video email, a face to the name, and then the second type, which is the screen recording, where you're able to showcase something visually to help bring trust and education to your clients. Joe, go ahead, my friend.
Hey, so I loved all of those quick commands that you're doing with the arrows, the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Do you have somewhere that shows those shortcuts? Because like if I'm just doing a video, being able to easily switch over is awesome.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I need to do more.
100%. So what I just showed there, guys, this is actually the Dubb desktop app is the one that I just showed. There's actually two different screen recorders. I'll quickly explain the difference. The Chrome extension here, this is one screen recorder, but the limit is it can only record inside of Chrome. So you see the little bubble will not go outside of Chrome to my desktop. So the Chrome extension is one of these tools. It does have the annotations, so you can still use the screen drawing tools like an arrow and stuff, but it can only be inside of Chrome. The other app that I showed, the desktop app, this one can record outside of Chrome. So you can see the other little bubble can go outside of Chrome, the drawing tools and stuff outside of Chrome. So that's the main difference between these is one is for anything on your screen, PowerPoint presentations, etc. The other one is for stuff inside of Chrome. It's like a shorter, faster video. It doesn't have the extra editing steps like the smart trim and stuff that I just showed. So I actually end up using the desktop app for most of my longer recordings. If it's just a quick little thing inside of Chrome, I'm using the Chrome extension for that. But that's the main difference between those. And to answer your question a little bit more directly, there are resources here. There's awesome little, oops, that's the wrong link. So dubb.com. There's a little article database right here. So this is our chat support, live support, AI, and instant answers. So all I would do is type in the word desktop, and this is going to give you the instructions for either the PC or the Mac version, depending on which device you're on. It's almost exactly the same, just the install is a little bit different. But those will, in fact, show you every single step there, how to use the annotation tools, how to use the narrator function, the screen recorder, all have little micro tutorials in there for how to do all this stuff with the apps.
Awesome. Thank you.
You got it, my friend. Yeah, this is available on demand. Just instantly type in the word desktop app. You could also, let's say if you didn't even remember what you were doing, you could, or know what you were searching for. The AI, it's sometimes the AIs are annoying. This one is actually answering like 80% of our tickets the right way the first time, though. So it's really, really smart. It's trained on our stuff. So if you come ask it, how can I draw annotation tools with the screen, or how can I do screen drawing with the screen recording? It's going to know the answers to those questions. And if it doesn't, there's always a button to talk to a person. And so we're all there throughout the business day. The last thing we want you guys is to have to figure out stuff for yourself or spend time like hours watching stuff to try to figure. Don't do that. If you have a question, either come to these live trainings every single weekday, come to that live support all throughout the day. We want to get the answers to you as quickly as possible. So thank you for that good question, Joe. And yes, there's tutorials on everything. So, okay, more questions. Brian, your mic's on. Any question on the two stuff that I just showed there? Face of the name and the screen piece? All good? Okay. Andrea and Emmett. Okay, Emmett, you're good to go. Andrea, anything on the stuff I just showed there?
No, all good. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Guys, I have one more type of video to show, which is from the mobile, and then I have a whole other piece, which is which I'm going to show, which is really cool. So for people that are using the mobile device or prefer to work from a mobile like a tablet or a PC, here is how the Dubb mobile app works. So this is the Dubb mobile app, same credentials or something you log into your website with. Tap the record button, it brings you to the recorder. Now, this is coming to Android. It might already even be there. I know it's coming to Android very, very soon if it isn't yet. But the first thing is the teleprompter. For iPhone, it's a little bit better than the one I just showed. It's voice recognition. So you can, once upon a time, there was a man named John. John had just gotten married and was enjoying his new life with his beautiful wife, Emily. So the idea is zero practice, no rehearsal. You can just pop your script straight in and read from it at your own speed. I wish all the teleprompters had good voice recognition right now, but for the PC, the voice recognition is not great yet. And for Macs, it's not as good as the iPhones. Androids was as good, but the drivers couldn't be double used. My developer said it's coming though. So if it's not on Android yet, should be coming very soon. But the voice recognition teleprompter, we use that ourselves all the time, guys. Like we do a lot of videos, but when we need to do like an advertisement, like a very specific script within 45 seconds or something, we use the teleprompter because you have to, hit those lines within a certain amount of time. So still a very useful tool, even if you're great at doing videos. Teleprompter was one part of that. This is more for our real estate folks, but there's a picture-in-picture option as well. So like you can record a property or a vehicle or something in the back while you are in the front of it. So I don't think there's a direct correlation for our speaker or mortgage for those things, or nonprofits even, unless you're like at an event and you want to do a video from the event and be in the video. That's kind of what picture in picture does. So you're the person in the bubble, the front facing camera, and then the rear facing camera is whatever you're pointing.
No, not yet.
Yeah. That's picture in picture. Two unique things, guys, on the mobile app outside of that is voiceover feature. So if you want to record something and then go record a voice over it, and then a music feature as well. So if you wanted to add a library of royalty-free music to a video, and then there's also burned in captions. So if you want to post something to social media, they have those kind of fancier captions that are burned into the videos. You can do that all from the mobile as well. So captions, editing, voiceover, music. If we're talking about posting stuff to social, guys, this is one tool that can do it all. Now, if you are more advanced in your video editing features, right? Like if you want to add cool like transitions or effects and stuff like that, they won't have that yet. That's going to be a video editor. We won't rebuild a video editor in Dubb, but all the basics that you need to produce something very quickly, all available on the app. Okay, so a couple more questions I see related to the app. Let me see here. Andrea, question: do I need multiple accounts?
No, you don't need a splitter, Trish. I'm listening.
Brian, I got to mute you, my friend. Andrea, your question was: do I need multiple accounts if I'm sending emails on behalf of 2 organizations? No, you do not. I'm going to show you in part 3 how sharing and distribution and tracking works. So no, you do not need more than 1 account to email on behalf of more than two or more organizations. You can connect many different email providers. I'll show you there are some limits there, Andrea, but I'll show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, and do you integrate with Podia, Jay? I think Podia is a course thing, right? You're using for courses, Jay? It's like a learning platform, right? Let me see. I think we added something there, but let me just check really quick. No, okay, so doesn't look like I have that one for Podia yet, but we are always adding integration. So Jay, I'm going to let me take down your name and your thing. I'm always adding integration. So I know I've heard of that tool before. I don't know why we didn't add that one. I do remember maybe they didn't have the thing that we needed, but I'm going to look into that, Jay. You can send a video through any platform right now, but if you want to send it in bulk through like email marketing and track the results, stay tuned for that, Jay. I'm going to go check that out later, and I'll update you personally of when that's added, or if we're unable to. More than likely, we can add it. So, okay, keep going. Eric Ravencroft. That's a cool name, man. For the screen recording, if you were recording for YouTube, is there a specific setting to record for YouTube to get the editing features? No. So, excellent question there, Eric. The desktop app itself, the only difference I would say in settings is if you're recording shorts or you're recording regular YouTube videos. If you're recording shorts, right, a lot of those are vertical. So then you would use the vertical option here. So it says portrait, and then I would record a portrait style video less than 1 minute. And that's going to be specific for YouTube shorts. So you can see here now I have a vertical style video. That's the only special formatting you would need for a particular format on YouTube, which is shorts for vertical for shorts. That's all, guys. This is also applies to Instagram, to TikTok, to Reels, right? All short form content, you want to have that mobile. You need 916. So you can do this right from the desktop app. And outside of that, the editing features that I all showed, the annotation tools, the teleprompter, all that's included in whichever version that you're doing there, Eric. So all good. Excellent. Okay, Mark, does Dubb phone app work differently than the Dubb app on an iPad? I think there was something where iPad, it doesn't go landscape, maybe. Mark, I think that was the only difference. I don't think you can rotate it. Like the app stays vertical when you rotate it on an iPad. I think I remember something like that. But outside of that, Mark, no. Teleprompter, editing tools, voiceover, music, all the same on apps, iPad or tablet versus mobile. So, okay, guys, I covered part 1 now, which is basically recording the videos. A few other places I actually didn't show. You can do that from right inside of Salesforce as well. Oops, let me get into there really quick. Something's wrong with my password. Use that one. Third time's a charm. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to show a quick shortcut inside of Salesforce as well. There's several shortcuts, guys. I showed Gmails and I showed Outlooks, but it's also inside of LinkedIn, inside of Salesforce, inside of the base version of Go High Level as well. There can be these little shortcuts. So when I go to email, now I don't think you're probably emailing out of Salesforce. You probably more than likely out of Outlook or Gmail connected to Salesforce. But just in case, there is that same button inside of Salesforce where you can record and insert and track as well. So, okay, those are all the creation methods from inside your platforms or from any of the devices. Now, let me come to part 2, guys. For that, I want to come back to this example that I created. The script I used was somewhat generic, but it was very specific in that I wanted to use it to demonstrate some things. Let's come back to the script first. Hey, John. What did I say? I said, hey, John, wanted to put a quick face to the name. Thank you so much for your donation and give you other ways to get involved. After this is a video from the people that you're helping, and they wanted to say thank you. Or it's the mortgage example where I said, hey, I got your information and I wanted to share a video with you about why people are choosing to take their mortgage with us. So that's what I said in the script, right? I promised them a video after this. Now, what happens automatically, guys, every single time you record a video on Dubb, Dubb is going to build this website, a landing page for each video. Now, how this landing page gets built is based on what you guys are trying to accomplish, your goals, your settings, your assets, and branding. So first, the branding, right? The logo, the watermark, the custom images, that's all your guys' stuff, whatever you want it to be. More important than the branding, even though, back to the script, I said, hey, John, there's a video after this where people are thanking you or why they're working with our mortgage. Now, at the end of this video, it rolls automatically into we're going to show you how the next video, which in the case of our nonprofit, this is the video where it's the people benefiting from the donation and how grateful they are. Or it's the video from the founder or the nonprofit employees thanking the donor. So this is one use case. For the speaker outreach, it's about the speaker, about why they should have the speaker at their event, an amazing highlight reel of the speaker. And for mortgage, it's why people are choosing to work with the mortgage broker. Like what makes you different? What makes you unique? Why should they choose you for their mortgage versus anybody else? Same thing for real estate as well, guys, or really any business. This example, this is a Dubb example. So I say, hey, John, I got your stuff. Looks like you're interested in Dubb. Check this out. And then it rolls into show you how all the coolest stuff Dubb can do. So that's what this is, a 94-second video that shows the highlights and home runs of Dubb. So in your business, when you're doing prospecting or nurturing or thanking donors, the same concept applies. This is what I call, guys, the best of both worlds. Because in the beginning, I talked about how this hyper-personalization, you saying their name, showing their name, this shows a lot of effort that you went above and beyond and took the time, made yourself vulnerable, did something just for them, a real person, right? It's not AI, it's not automation, it's a real person. However, this only took you less than 30 seconds, right? 20, 30 seconds, maybe a minute at most. And then at the end of that, you're getting, we're going to show the polished, the pre-recorded, the rehearsed version of your value proposition, of the thing, the reason, the main reason you're reaching out. So that's why I call this the best of both worlds, because you can avoid repeating yourself and still get the hyper personalization and the great part of it that happens in the beginning. So this function right here, guys, this is called the playlist. And after that can come testimonials or other opportunities, ways to get involved or things like that. More nurturing, more education. So the playlist you can see was automatically added after my first video based on my settings. So the branding, playlist, and then there's the buttons, the calls to action. These are actually the reasons that people are creating these videos in the first place, typically, is because they want someone to take action. So for the nonprofits I've seen, we have other ways to get involved, volunteer, other donations, other opportunities. So that's a very common thing. Otherwise, it's just, hey, thank you so much. Now for business development, it looks something like this, right? What are you trying to do? You want people to book a time in your calendar more often than not, right? Sometimes you just want a response, an email, a text message, a phone call. That's what these buttons are for. So they can see the video and be compelled to take action, whether that's a phone call, text message, email, calendar booking. These buttons can do anything you can think of. So they can go to a website, any website, of course, download attachments, fill out a form, book a time, text, email, call. They can even send you a video. So I was talking about our nonprofits collecting video responses from their donors. This is the easiest way to do it. They don't need to download or sign up or install anything. In fact, testimonials, guys, if you're in mortgage or real estate or any of these businesses where social proof testimonials can help your business, help win new trust with new clients, and you don't have any great video testimonials yet, come do this. This is one of the first things you do on Dubb is use it to collect some video testimonials from your best clients. Anyway, buttons. As many of the buttons or as few, and they can do anything that you want, and they're automatically connected to your video as well. One last part of this page, and then I'm going to show something else, is the AI. This is an AI-powered chat assistant, guys, that operates 24/7, and it's kind of like ChatGPT in that it's really smart and it can scan your website and scan information and answer questions. It's unlike ChatGPT in that it's not getting random stuff from the internet. It's only the stuff you train it on. And it's also unlike ChatGPT in that it's trying to create results for your business. It's trying to either capture leads, which it can ask for a first name, last name, email, or it can present calls to actions like donate here, book a time here, visit this website. So it's kind of like ChatGPT's, but for sales, for marketing, for business development. And it is accompanying your video pages automatically if you want it to or not. So just a quick recap. I pressed record for 20 something seconds here as an example for either donor thank you, lead nurturing for mortgage or real estate. In 20 seconds, I recorded this video, and then Dubb built this entire website, this landing page for me, so I can avoid repeating myself and get my message out there. Testimonials and more education also. The right buttons are there so they can read reviews, take action, and then I have an AI there to answer questions and qualify people and do stuff while I'm asleep or away. So this whole page is all based on one specific thing that we call a preset. You can see this one's called my booking preset because it has my calendar there. What I'm going to do though, guys, I'm going to change this really quick. I'm going to change this one switch, and you're going to see it changes everything on the video page at one time. So before, this was generic business development, right? 2-minute explainer for anyone, testimonials for anyone, success stories for anyone. Then I changed the switch and I made it specific for higher education. And now you can see it changed everything on this page. So now it has an explainer video for admissions, testimonial from admissions, a case study for admissions. So now this whole page, this whole video is instantly packaged to make it look like I specialize in working with people in admissions and higher education. So Andrea, you had a question about whether I can use Dubb to reach out on behalf of multiple businesses. This is the first way that you would do this, is you would have different presets for those different opportunities. One is for thanking your donors or collecting videos or testimonials or donations from them. And the other one is for reaching out on behalf of the speakers, where you have your speaker playlist, your speaker testimonials, things like that. For mortgage, it's different sales or different stages of the cycle, right? You have your lead nurturing, which is they have not even filled out the loan application form and there's an apply now button, or they have filled out their form and now there's several other things that they need to submit documents, and you have videos explaining what those documents are and how to upload them and stuff. So this is the idea of the second part of Dubb, which is the packaging of your video. We want this to, guys, two things. One, we want to reduce the amount of video you actually need to record. The last thing we want is for you to have to repeat yourself every single time you want to do a video and nurture a lead or prospect or something. So that's what this whole thing is designed for, to avoid repeating yourself and be far more efficient. The second thing is we want every video you have to be packaged with all of your best assets, your goals, the reason you're making these videos. We want this to be automatic. So that's really what this whole experience is. We call it presets. And every single person using Dubb should have at least one preset, at least one, so that it has all your main stuff there, whatever your primary use case is. So do be aware, guys. And if you need help with this, don't like, oh God, I have to figure out how to build a website. No, you do not. You meet us one-on-one in Zoom and you say, here's what I want my page to be. I want this button. I want this video. I want this logo. We're literally going to help you set all that up for you. So it's also not difficult, guys. It takes like maybe 5 minutes. So if you're like, hey, I'm going to do it myself person, I don't want to wait, you can definitely do it yourself. There's built-in tutorials right in the dashboard. So it'll say like how to build your preset. If I go to the section right here, mine's gone because I already watched it. But if you visit this section, there's a nice big video there that says how to use presets. So there's built-in tutorials, and then there's on-demand stuff and the one-to-one support. So I want to show you guys this because it's going to make your life so much easier and your videos that much better. But I don't want you to feel intimidated and feeling like, oh goodness, I have to figure out how to put all this stuff together, because you don't. I've introduced the strategy, the concept for you guys so you can be efficient, showcase your education, your upsells, your other opportunities, but also have your direct responses there. So Joe, question for presets for real estate would be something very similar to this, what I'm about to show you. The most common setup for our realtors is something just like this. Let me show you Ina's real estate one, where you have your direct response buttons. Call me, text me, read reviews is absolutely critical for real estate. That's one of the biggest ways you can get people over the fence. Google, rate my agent, whatever you're using. So reviews, testimonial videos should be a part of that. And then perhaps a learn more resource, like get my buyer's guide, get my seller's guide if you're reaching out to buyers or sellers, or other resources like how to improve your home's value with curb appeal or whatever in resource education or resources, guys. I highly recommend, because those are the perfect way to build trust. If somebody downloads your ebook, your guide, your thing, first, if they go read that, they're going to self-indoctrinate. They're going to build trust with you themselves by reading your stuff. The second thing that does is you can see who clicked your button. I haven't talked about this yet, but all this is trackable, guys. When they watch a video, when they click a button, all that's going to get tracked and reported to you in real time. So if somebody clicks a button that says, view my home buyer's guide, that's a much warmer lead than somebody that didn't do anything. So real estate page would look something very similar to this. Text, call, calendar if you have one, definitely reviews, and then maybe a resource like a website or a buyer's guide, something like that. Definitely testimonial videos if you can incorporate. If you don't have them yet, go get some with Dubb. So that's what a very basic real estate preset would look like. And I would say if you're communicating with buyers or sellers distinctly, have one for each, because your buyers don't care about your seller testimonials and your sellers don't care about your buyer social proof, right? They want to know you're working with sellers. So make them appear that way. Good. Okay, Andrea, can we customize landing page domain? Actually, Andrea, this is one of those things where I was talking about the limits of using one account for two different businesses. So here it is. The domain. The first part of the domain, this is called a subdomain. That is customizable for everybody. So it can say yourbusiness.dubb.com. That's included. There is an extra feature where you can completely replace this domain. It's called a white label kind of domain, or a CNAME is the technical term, where it would say your business or video.yourbusiness.com or watch.yourbusiness.com. Basically, it removes the dubb.com. However, you can only have one subdomain per account. So if you have just one account, all of the videos in your account are going to have the same subdomain or that same custom domain. So Andrea, that's one limit. You might choose something generic here so that it works for both businesses. Now, another thing, this logo. This logo is the same logo on all videos within one account. Now, I have had people that they put a white square here. They don't put the logo there. And instead, they'll put the logo in the background or on the video page itself, like in the description. So subdomain, logo, and this video signature. Those are three elements that are the same on all videos within one account. So you can see mine is generic here. I don't have it. It doesn't say dubb.com. It doesn't say, so that's maybe what your signature might look like, Andrea. The logo would probably not be there. And then the subdomain would be something generic. So that would be one way to use one account for multiple businesses. Now, outside of that, I'll tell you also, Andrea, let's say if you're like, no, I definitely need a custom domain for each one, or I definitely want the logo or a different signature, whatever. If you guys are ever in an instance where something similar to Andrea, where you have multiple businesses, maybe one's real estate, one's mortgage, and you need different MLS numbers or whatever showing, we'll hook you guys up. We don't want you to have to pay full price for two seats. If you're already paying for one seat, the second seat's going to be a nominal fee, because it's a completely different use case from two different people using it like all the way. So if you are in a situation where you absolutely need sort of separate branding, separate accounts based on what I described for you, just come talk to us, shoot me an email. I'm going to give you our best opportunity there. It's going to be very reasonable. I can promise you. So, guys, that is the second part of the pack of Dubb, which is the packaging of your videos, which is really a critical element because it's going to save you so much time and make your videos perform that much better. So, any questions on this second piece? You can raise a hand for me if you have something. I think I answered everything in the chat and the Q&A. So I'm going to move on to part 3 now. Okay, here we go. So quick recap. In part 1, I showed you guys how to create the videos from any device, cell phone, webcam, screen, your CRM. Once you record the video, it's going to be automatically packaged with all of your best assets, logos, branding, materials. Avoid repeating yourself, right? Get your presets. So now, guys, we have this perfectly packaged video. It's got everything we need on it. And now we're ready to share it through email, through text, through social. through bulk, through Go High Level. That's what I'm going to show now. So the very first thing, guys, if you're sending a one-to-one, this is really important. If you're ever sending anything from one person to one person, you should always use your email client. Don't use like a bulk sender, like a MailChimp or anything. Never use a bulk sender for a one-to-one email because the priority is different. Like mail priority, right? Like highest priority, whatever, physical mail, I mean. So if you're ever sending a video or an email from one person to one person, do it directly through the email client. If you're adding a video, you should absolutely have the word video in the subject line. Maybe video for you. I made a video for you, something like that. If it's very specific, like, hey, John, definitely let them know that. If there's just a video and it's random, it's not just for them, still let them know there's a video there. According to HubSpot and other marketing tools, other marketing platforms, emojis are still boosting open rates. So I still recommend that. Subject, you still include your subject line, whatever it might be. Make it interesting, guys. There's a lot of subjects in their inboxes. So if you want them to open the email, this has to be interesting. The second thing here, you always need at least one sentence. So do not make the mistake of writing multiple paragraphs. Like if there's a video, don't put multiple paragraphs. Do only include a sentence or two. Check out this video I made for you about X. X is something interesting for them, about them, important to them, never about us, right? If this is for prospecting, for business development, for building trust, it's always about them. If this is like internal communication or client communication, like they're already a customer, not, it's whatever. But it's specific to business development and prospecting. I don't want you guys to make the mistake of reiterating what's in the video. That's what people's instinct is for some reason. Like they put in a video and then they put the text version of everything that's in the video. And what does that do? People just scan very quickly and they say, oh, I know what the video is about. I don't have to watch it. I'm going to ignore this. So don't do that. You should only have something like this. A compelling sentence, compelling them to watch the video because it's about something important to them. Maybe one more sentence asking for their thoughts, their feedback. Would love to hear your feedback. Let me know your thoughts, something like that. Now you simply insert the video. So this is what a video email one-to-one looks like. It should always be sent directly through your email client, Gmail, Outlook, etc. If you're sending one-to-one. This is what a video email looks like in terms of its composition and how to actually do it one-to-one. Now, there's many options for bulk sending. One of our folks here, Go High Level, at least one of our folks here is using Go High Level. So we have a very nice integration with Go High Level. While you're in your Go High Level platform, you can go into your emails, your sequences, your templates, and all you have to do is click this little button right here. This is the Dubb Chrome extension, and it's going to give you an ability to insert a video directly. Hold on a second. My browser screen kind of slow. So anyways, it's going to give you the ability to insert a video directly into Go High Level. So here I am. There's my video. That's not a great one. This one. And I'm going to click advanced and you see it's automatically optimized for Go High Level. So now all I have to do is add the HTML or the image and the link. I have a full article on this, guys. I won't spend too long on this, but there's a very direct integration with Go High Level where we can send and track the videos through Go High Level, through Salesforce, through MailChimp, through any most bulk email tools, like all the most popular ones. We can send and track these videos through the same method I'm showing right now. So you're in your favorite platform. You can add your videos directly to it because they're automatically optimized. And with Go High Level and Salesforce, there's also a back-end integration where it keeps the contacts in sync automatically. So you're never having to manually import and export content. Outside of the first one, we do ask you to import just the first time and then go back and forth. So again, I said I won't spend too much time there, but there's a perfect article that I did spend a lot of time on. Just type in GHL and it's going to show you, here I am, same guy, same video, exactly how to integrate Go High Level and Dubb. So it's a very robust integration, super easy to use. And this is one example, guys. This is what I would call a third party, where when you want to send a video through a third party like Go High Level or MailChimp or Salesforce or any of those, there's a perfect integration capability to do that. So if you already have an existing system, a CRM or something, perfect. Dubb is designed to enhance that current system. Now, if you do not have a system, Dubb is actually a full CRM and marketing automation platform of its own. So FYI, we only use, at Dubb here, guys, we only use Dubb to grow and market our business. We do not use any other CRM or technology or anything like that. So all of our webinar invitations, our email, our automations, all that actually comes directly from Dubb. So like our bulk emails all sent through Dubb, our workflows. So when you guys sign up to Dubb, you'll get a series of emails, right? An automation that is also only coming through Dubb. So it sends an email, waits a day, so on and so forth. So this is an ability to fully automate emails, text messages, videos. It can also be based on behavior. So this is pretty unique from other automations where if they watch more than 50% of a video, then go one direction. And if they didn't, then do something else. So this is the final sort of frontier for any business, guys. In my opinion, automation is an eventuality of any business that's looking to scale. If you want to achieve more revenue without doing more activities, that's what scale means, right? You add one, you get 10. That's what and automation is the only way to do that, because how can you send emails and text messages and follow-ups to people when you're asleep? Automation is the answer. When you're on vacation, automation is the answer. So definitely an eventuality of any business looking to scale, looking to grow. So if you're not yet using automation, you can use it inside of Dubb. And if you already have an automation tool, we can integrate into whatever your tech stack looks like today. So guys, that's the overall of the platform: creation tools, the packaging of your videos automatically, and then the ability to share and track those through emails, through text messages. Actually, I think I saw a question there earlier, how to send it through a text. Who was that? If you don't mind, I'm trying to see. Oh, Brian, that's you, my friend. Brian, is this through a text message on mobile device or through a website, like a web-based text message? Because I'll show you there's a different instruction depending on, and I want to be specific for you. Mobile, perfect. iPhone or Android? Because there's a little bit different instruction for both. iPhone, perfect. iPhone works like this, guys. In iPhone, you can go to either an existing conversation or a new one, and there's a little button right here. Tap the button. There's Dubb. Here's your video library or the ability to record a video. I can press record right there. Tap. That video text message is now ready to go. It's going to include the preview of the video there. They tap this from their message, and it's going to take them to that same landing page where the tracking, buttons, AI, playlists, all that occurs. So for iPhone, it's really as super simple as that can get. You just go into your message and insert immediately. Super, super simple there. For Android, it's just one extra step for now because Android doesn't have the same message extensions. But Android, it looks like this. You go into the Dubb mobile app, tap the video you want to share. That's notifications. I'm turning that off for now. Share video, and then it says copy for email or for SMS. So then you just decide, do I want to send this through a text or an email? And it's going to give you the same thing where you have the nice preview as part of the text message. So I'm going to paste my clipboard, and it gives me the same thing, the little GIF and preview and link. So that's how you'll send them through a text message as well. There's also the same ability to do it through a web-based text message, simple copy and paste through the extension. So I think that's everything. Let me review the QA really quick. Joe, do we pre-built presets for idea? Oh, preset. Okay, that was the real estate preset thing. Yeah, I think we covered that one. Customizing landing pages. Emmett thinks Patrick's good to know. Setup is critical. Yes, I'm gonna get you taken care of. There it is. Thanks, Emmett. See you later, buddy. Patrick's got to go. Brian. Okay, John. Did you take a look at the video I sent you? Not yet, John. Let me go remind myself to go look for an email from you. I got another one from Jai I need to take a look at as well. So let me just go do that. Check for John. Let's do this. Gotcha, buddy. I'll follow up with you right after this. Okay, so for our new folks that are still here, any questions on anything that I showed? Or actually anybody? Floor is open at this point, guys. We got some more minutes. So good. Andrea, can't wait to get started. I'm glad to hear. So resources and support, I sort of talked about it already. The last thing I want you guys, like this is my little baby, right? I'm the co-founder here, and I want you guys to be taken care of. So if you are getting stuck or like, hey, this doesn't seem right, just come talk to us. Come reach out to us as quickly as possible. We want to get those answers to you. The AI does it instantly. 80% of the time has the right answer. And if they don't answer it right, then our humans will come intercept and get a very quick answer over to you as well. Instant answers are available for everything on the platform. So you can search instantly. Like if it's the weekend, we're not here on the weekends. And if you need some support, the answers, we've done a very good job on the articles there. So between the AI and the articles, there's some stuff. But yeah, we want you guys to have support. It's super available. We love to train. We love to connect with you guys and to see your success. So Thank you. Right on. Pierre, go ahead, my friend. Yeah, oh, your mic's not on. All right, I just turned your mic on, Pierre. Go ahead. Oh, Bill, welcome, buddy. Happy Friday.
Hey, Darius. Okay, real quick. So when it comes to best practices, does Dubb, you guys, you said earlier that you guys eat your own dog food, right? Or I
Yeah.
no better way, you drink your own champagne. There you go. So you use your own tool.
Yep.
Okay. And do you use Dubb and maybe send? I think you told me last time you guys use SendGrid. Is that it?
Yeah. So Dubb itself is not an email sender. It's not a text message sender, or actually weird language. So Dubb itself is not an email service provider, right? Like Gmail, Outlook, those are email service providers. And what we do is we allow you to connect any email service provider to Dubb to actually provide the email service itself. Dubb is an email sender. So we can use an email service provider to send emails. And that's what we're doing. That's what every other CRM does as well, guys. Like if you go purchase most like Go High Level, they use SendGrid also, but they purchase it on your behalf and they give it to you.
Okay.
The reason we do this is we take an agnostic approach. So you can go get your best deals from your best tools, your favorite tools, and then connect those to Dubb instead of sort of pigeonholing you into reselling you a existing service. So.
Okay. So, and then we've been using SendGrid, and I like the tool. It's pretty good. Now, did you guys there at Dubb, do you use SendGrid to send completely cold messages on video email?
Oh, no. Yeah. Pierre, this is a great question. Guys, there's a lot of changes that happened in email this year. For cold email, this is a really quick download. It's still in the recording. If you'd like it, come get it. It's right at the end. So cold email, guys, really important. First, you cannot send more than like 40 or 50 cold emails from any one domain per day. If you're using a Gmail or an Outlook or a SendGrid like Darius at dubbemail.com through SendGrid, you should not be sending more than 50 cold contacts. And the reason I say 50, that's like the uppermost limit. A lot of deliverability and cold email experts will say there should actually be a balance. If you're sending 30 cold emails, 20 emails from that domain should be going through a warm-up tool. Because when you're sending cold emails, there's a very high propensity and likelihood for it to either go to promotions, to spam, to junk, or to be marked as spam or junk or something. So because of that's going to damage the reputation of any email that you're sending from. So you need something to counteract that. So you need to be sending what's called warm-up emails, where that email is being sent to another person. They're opening it. They're responding to it. So it makes you look like a great sender. So while the cold stuff makes you look like a bad sender, you have the warm stuff balancing out to make you look like you're a good sender, a decent sender. And so that's per domain. So one Gmail account, a paid Gmail, should send maybe 30 cold, 20 warm-ups. Some balance between that. It also depends on the existing reputation of the domain. Like if it's already bad, you should do the opposite, right? 40 cold or 40 warm-ups, 10 cold, something like that. So no, I don't. I mean, you can use SendGrid to send cold email, but a very small amount. Again, it's that daily limit. Now, nothing's stopping you from uploading a list of 10,000 people and sending a cold email to 10,000 people. But I can promise you the deliverability is going to be terrible. After the first chunk of whatever cold, they're like, okay, this guy's literally blasting cold emails out. Just send him to the junk, send him to promotions, deliver 50% of his stuff maybe. So that's the most important thing, is the limits per domain and then the warm-up sort of function. I do have an article here, Pierre. The only thing it doesn't talk about specifically is the daily limits on a domain. I got to come update this. So let me actually leave a reminder for myself to do this. Update SendGrid article. I'm going to include the information I just talked about, which is like the kind of daily sending limits per domain. But this article here I wrote, SendGrid, talks about everything else that I described. It talks about the warm-up. It talks about purchasing different domains so that you don't burn your main domain. It talks about the authentication. Most importantly, when I wrote this article, this used to be a bonus. Look, I labeled it as a bonus. This is no longer a bonus. You need DMARC, SPF, DKIM records set up for your cold email domains. Otherwise, you're not going to get good deliverability.
Right. Okay, definitely. And then also, so if I have maybe a bunch of warm people that know me, I've interacted with them back and forth a few times over email. Can I send them a regular video email with my main account?
If you've had back and forth between somebody, you can send as many 10,000 of those emails a day. If you've had a response from somebody, that is no longer a cold contact, and that doesn't count towards your cold contact limits. So yes, you could email direct perfectly from your main domain. If someone's responded to you before, there's almost zero risk, unless they really don't like you. Then there's some risk. So
Exactly. Okay, good. So moral of the story: cold stuff goes through a different domain that needs to be warmed up. warm stuff, my personal, my work domain, but obviously I don't want to blast, thousands a day, of course, right?
That's it. That's it. Very good output. And then Andrew, you had a question. Do you recommend a warm-up tool? There's a platform called AppSumo that's listed in that SendGrid article, so definitely check that out. Sometimes AppSumo has a lifetime deal on email warm-up stuff. The last several days I've been checking, they have not. So I couldn't find a deal on here right now. This is an amazing platform because they give you lifetime deals where you can buy one thing one time for life. It's amazing. We got a warm-up tool from here. Now, that warm-up tool is not as good as this one that we actually pay for. Warm-up Inbox is the one I use and pay for today. It's a fantastic service. It corrected our damaged reputations on some of our domains very quickly, like 2 weeks. It went and fixed it up. This one right here went from like a 40 score to like now it's nearly 100 on deliverability score in like a couple of weeks. So, and this one sends like tens of thousands a day. So yes, I highly recommend this warm-up tool. However, it's not cheap if you want, and the cold email is expensive these days, guys. It's like $15 per 2 Google Workspaces. And then the warm-ups, it's like $20 for 50 emails a day. It's something ridiculous. And that was Google and Yahoo's answer to the cold email problem. They just make it harder to send cold email. That was their answer to it. So, you got it. And guys, feel free to email me, chat, anything. We're here to support. Joe, go ahead.
Darius, you recommended email validation tool.
The one's in the article, yeah. Email list validation is the LTD, and that one's still on AppSumo. Yes. Okay. I'm having an issue with my account in Lofty integrations. There's someone I can ask to set up. The chat was very slow, and I can't get it fixed. Joe, please do this for me. I'm going to put the link for the optimization call. Book a time there, and that's where you get your one-on-one, and they can definitely help you with setting up Lofty. It's super simple. So yes.
Awesome. Thanks.
You got it. All right, guys. Thank you for your time. Happy Friday. If you need this recording, email me, please. Darius@dubb.com. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. My regulars, Bill, Gabriel, Dick, Jai, it was really good. I'm always happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for our new folks, thanks for coming in, and happy you're here. Let me know if we can help. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.